AliExpress returns, refunds, and delivery options. I think we need to talk about this topic because every once in a while I do get bots, trolls, or just real people asking me pretty similar questions. What do I do if the delivery is late? How do I track a delivery? How do I return? Why isn't my refund processed? What's going on? So look, last year I made a video about AliExpress returns and refunds, but a year is a long time and things have moved on. AliExpress has moved on and actually became better, way better, much more clear. And I want to go into these rules. I want to explain how it all works, how to avoid getting conned. Yeah, not by AliExpress, by some dishonest players that you can get in the face of some sellers, right? So if you follow the procedure, if you actually understand what you're buying, what is AliExpress promising you, and how you're going to assure that you are actually getting what you paid for. So in this video, we're going to unpack quite a few topics, and I'll be actually showing you bits and pieces from the AliExpress website, as in their rules, and I'm going to be leaving links also to these rules, everything that we'll be covering in this video in the description below. So this is an informative pack that hopefully will help you trust the system, because after all, it's all about trust. Anyways, let's get in there. Firstly, let's talk about delivery, because that's where it all starts. You actually order in a product and then you wait for it to arrive. You don't know what shape or form it's going to arrive in and if it's exactly what you wanted. Maybe you change your mind. So we'll talk about the returns and refunds slightly later. Let's start off with shipment and delivery. So the first thing you need to do when you're looking at a particular listing is to understand, and it says so clearly, is this going to be a free shipment or paid shipment? That's the first thing. Let's say you order free shipment. Now take a look at the next step. Is it fast delivery? This is key, because with fast delivery tagged or labeled on an actual listing, that actually gives you an estimated date or date range for when you're going to get that item or items. So for example, on the 1st of September, today, I've opted to buy an item and it says free shipment and it's fast delivery. So I will see that an estimated time frame or date range for me to receive that item is the 3rd or the 4th, or 3rd to the 4th of September. Okay, boom, I know that's when it's going to come along, and you're going to get tracking information that you can follow at any time while the item is being shipped to yourself. Now, if the item is late for any reason, you're going to get some dollars refunds from AliExpress just to sort of, recoup your frustration. If it's lost in transit, you're going to get in full refund. And if at any time after that, after 40 days, 50 days, the item that was lost in transit actually does arrive at your doorstep, you can keep it. You don't have to return it. And you already had the refund from AliExpress. Now, these things are all quite simple. And in fact, I've got a case right now. So I've ordered in a Watch Dives EXD, a titanium homage, a Tudor homage. Great watch. I was really waiting for it and I wanted to get in before the September sales. But it was late. It went past its fast delivery timeline. So I reached out to AliExpress saying, hey, this has gone a bit too long. And they said, hold on, we're going to give you 40 days, you're going to wait. And if it doesn't come in 40 days, we're going to give you a full refund. That was about 5 days ago. And today, all of a sudden, AliExpress just sends me a note and says, look, we had a look at this and yeah, it looks like it's lost, even though the tracking is not saying that. We're just going to refund you. Are you okay with that? I said, yeah, I'm okay with that. So press OK and refund is processing. So within 2 days, 2 working days, I should be able to get my refund. So AliExpress is onto these things. They are there to improve the experience, to build trust in the platform. So basically the whole world can enjoy the cheaper pricing or the more competitive pricing. Let's put it that way. So we can see that getting a refund for lost in transit shipments or basically late delivery, that is all simple explanations. But let's talk about returns, like physical returns. And I want to start with some examples because I think nothing works better than real life examples. So I've got a second channel on which I talk about like really budget watches. So WesWatches is sort of budget premium watches. We're usually talking about watches 50 to 150 bucks. But my other channel, Hands-On Horology, there we talk about watches that cost anywhere from 5 bucks to 50 bucks. And by the way, if you're interested in finding that channel, I'll leave a link in the description below. But anyways, there I buy a lot of cheap items, like cheap watches, lots of alloy cases. Not amazing. Sometimes we get gems, but quite often we don't. And I was buying items to run hauls in September. And my latest batch of 5 watches, 3 of them were defective. Yep. One of them was an outright... It was bad, like the packaging was all busted up. So I don't know whose fault it is. Was it the mailman? Was it at the source? I don't know. I don't care. 2 other items had issues. So on one of the watches, it was a really good price, like 25 bucks, and it was stainless steel case and bracelet and sapphire crystal. Like, whoa. But hey, that bezel, because it's a diver watch, there was something wrong with it, and I just couldn't turn it. And that's it. So I thought, yeah, it's a damaged, it's a defective item. Have to return it. Then there was another item, also all stainless steel, synthetic sapphire crystal, was a dress watch. It was a Rolex homage, and I'm thinking, yes, also around 30 bucks, a really sharp price. But the end link on the bracelet, it was just off. It came completely off. So obviously it's a defective item as well. I have to return it because I'm not just gonna bear that cost, right? So what do? So you go to the app, and I'm actually gonna show it on the screen right now so you can actually follow these steps. And I've just taken a random watch. I've just taken the Addis Dive, one of the quartz divers, as an example, right? So you go in there, you basically confirm that, yep, the item has been received. So the next screen will get you to a drop down, which will inquire of the reason for the refund, right? So if we open up that list, we can see a couple of options. No longer needed, bought by mistake, item received not as expected. So for those particular points, you might have to actually unopen the items, right? Make sure that, yeah, leave them closed or wrapped up. Basically, they're going to give you a return label and you're going to send it right back to them. And as soon as they get it, they open up the box, they see that it's fine, and they're going to refund you the money in full, no issues. But in my cases, with the 3 watches, well, 2 watches that were sort of defective or they had some issues with them, and 1 where the box was just completely busted up. So I would use other options here. So damaged, I used that for the actual box that was busted up, and I used the item defective or doesn't work for the problem with the bezel, as well as the problem with the end link. Once you tap into these options, what you need to do is supply a photograph or a video, or both. So what I do is I just take a couple of snapshots of these watches, the problem areas, do a quick video, just basically record it with the phone above the actual watch, show them that's the issue, that's it. As soon as you send it off, AliExpress will come back to you. And this is key. AliExpress will come back to you. You never get in touch with the seller. You get in touch with AliExpress. Getting in touch with the seller is you're basically building yourself up to failure. Because at the end of the day, you're buying things on the platform. The platform is AliExpress. The sellers are independent, basically stalls, selling on this whole market. And when you've got a return, AliExpress tells you, you go to the platform. You go to basically to the boss of this big market, right? And you tell them, hey, I've got a problem. I want to return an item. I want to do whatever. That's fine. You don't go to the individual stall. You always go to AliExpress because it's the platform that offers you the refund policy, the return policy, and the options to make you trust the platform and for you to use the platform and actually get the service. They're basically the enforcers of these services. So you upload your photos, you send them off, AliExpress comes back to you within minutes. Well, for me, it's usually minutes, maximum up to a couple of hours. And they will tell you, yep, we've processed your request. Here are your return labels. There we go. Send it back. But you got to be honest, right? If you ordered the item by mistake, well, don't go ahead and open it, because that's just not fair, right? You've ripped open the packaging and you say, oh, it's not what I wanted. No, you made the choice that you're going to open it. Okay, you open it up. Maybe it doesn't meet the description that you saw on the website. Well, there's an actual point for that. You can see inaccurate website description, and it tells you like what actually differs here. Is it the size? Is it the model? Is it the material, the fabric, functions, color pattern, style, and so forth? So they're giving you all these options. If you need to return it, just do it. You will get your money back. AliExpress allows up to 90 days for returns to happen. 90 days, not 28, not 30 as it was last year. It's 90 days, and that is absolutely insane. It's like 3 months, people. That is a long time. But of course, you have to be fair, right? You're going to trust the platform, and the platform needs to have some trust in you as well, right? That you're not going to be a bad actor, because at the end of the day, they're not going to be bad actors as well. And I'm proof of that, because I buy every single month anywhere from 30 to 40 pairs of watches. So let's go through the summary of what we discussed today. If we're going to talk about shipment, make sure you understand that you're getting paid shipment or free shipment. Also, if you're going to get fast delivery items, that means you're going to get a time frame or a range of dates when to expect your item. And you can see if it's late, if it's lost in transit. You can apply for a refund. If you can see that it's taking a bit longer than expected, you've got options basically. And as soon as you apply for a refund, even though AliExpress may say, hey, you might need to wait 40 days, they will 99% come back to you much earlier than that and say, look, yeah, it does look like there's a problem here. We're going to refund your money in a day or two. Done. So that talks about shipment delivery. Refunds, returns, really simple. You get the item in, look at the list of reasons for which, and it covers any reason you want, why you'd want a refund. Now, if you got the wrong item, just, don't rip it open, don't rip up the packaging, just return it as is. It's a free return, and you get up to 5 free returns per month, which is decent, I suppose. And you get up to 90 days to do the returns. So if something does get damaged, that basically say, hey, that's poor quality. Because I get so many comments where people are saying, hey, my item broke in like 10 days. Well, return it then. Because they know it, right? These rules are right there in front of you. So if you don't know them, that's why I'm doing the video. But if you know about them and you're complaining, well, you're either trolling or you're a bot or you've got an agenda. Well, that's the way I'm thinking about it. But anyways, I don't want to get into that right now. So if you have any questions on AliExpress sales, and again, if I know anything about it, I'll be happy to help. Just write me the comment below. Anyways, thank you for watching. I hope you did find this useful. I hope it answered some of your questions. And at the end of the video, I will be linking my last year's video, because that one is also quite informative, packed with examples. You might find it useful as well. Anyways, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.